Did you know that some of Deep Purple's most iconic members either passed away in mystery or faded into the shadows, never to be heard from again? This legendary band, formed in 1968, helped define the very sound of hard rock and heavy metal, with hits like Smoke on the Water, Highway Star, and Child in Time. But behind the roaring riffs and stadium anthems lies a story of deep loss, brotherhood, and unanswered questions. In this video, we uncover the fates of Deep Purple members who left the stage, some in death, others in silence, and reveal where their stories ended or disappeared entirely. And before we go further, tell us in the comments, what's your all-time favorite Deep Purple song? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's begin with Jon Lord, the master behind Deep Purple's thunderous Hammond organ sound. Known for blending classical music with hard rock, Lord wasn't just a keyboardist, he was the soul of the band's sonic identity. You can hear his haunting brilliance on tracks like Lazy, Perfect Strangers, and of course, Smoke on the Water. Even offstage, Jon was a calming presence, often mediating band tensions and encouraging creative harmony among members. Sadly, Jon Lord passed away on July 16, 2012, after a battle with pancreatic cancer. He was 71. He died in London, and his cremation took place at Mortlake Crematorium, a quiet garden of remembrance tucked away in West London. The rock world mourned, with tributes pouring in from every corner of the music industry. Then there's Tommy Bolan, a gifted guitarist who stepped into Deep Purple after Ritchie Blackmore's departure. Tommy was a shooting star, burning bright on the Come Taste the Band album with songs like You Keep On Moving and Gettin' Tighter. Beyond music, he brought a fresh energy and a brotherly charm that the band desperately needed in its mid-70s turbulence. Tragically, Tommy's light faded far too soon. He died from a drug overdose on December 4, 1976 in Miami, Florida, just hours after performing a show. He was only 25. Bolan was buried in Calvary Cemetery, Sioux City, Iowa, his home state, where fans still visit his grave, leaving guitar picks and flowers in his memory. Rod Evans, the original lead vocalist of Deep Purple, is a name surrounded by echoes. He was the voice behind the band's earliest gems like Hush and Mandrake Root, helping launch Deep Purple into international recognition. Rod had a gentle demeanor and was respected for his professionalism and powerful baritone. But after his departure from the band in 1969 and a controversial reappearance in the 1980s under a bogus version of Deep Purple, he vanished. No public performances. No interviews, no social media. To this day, his whereabouts remain a mystery. Some say he quietly retired, others whisper of personal struggles, but no one knows for sure. His disappearance left both fans and former bandmates puzzled, and his final chapter unwritten. Nick Simper, the original bassist and fellow founding member, also holds a curious place in the Deep Purple saga. Alongside Rod Evans, he helped define the band's early psychedelic sound. Nick played on songs like The Shield and Lilina, and his melodic style laid the groundwork for what Deep Purple would soon evolve into. After being let go from the band in 1969 to make way for Roger Glover, Nick drifted into relative obscurity. Though not officially reported as deceased, he has largely vanished from the spotlight, giving only rare interviews and avoiding public life. While some fans still believe he's quietly enjoying retirement, the lack of updates has sparked concern and curiosity. Where exactly did Nick Simper go? Despite these losses and disappearances, Deep Purple is still rocking stages across the globe. Yes, the band lives on. Ian Paice, the original drummer, still leads the charge, joined by longtime vocalist Ian Gillan and bassist Roger Glover. They're joined by guitarist Simon McBride and keyboardist Don Airey, who beautifully honors Jon Lord's legacy. The band has even released recent work like Whoosh 2020 and Turning to Crime 2021, proving that age has not dulled their fire. Songs like Nothing at All and Man Alive show that Deep Purple continues to evolve, still bold, still powerful. The echoes of Jon Lord's keys, the fire of Tommy Bolan's solos, and the ghostly silence of Rod Evans and Nick Simper, they all form the soul of a band that refused to fade. Don't forget to subscribe and keep the spirit of rock alive. And one more time, what's your favorite Deep Purple track?